Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, y'all. Hello. Hey, how are y'all today? We are here, baby, to do a recap of episode number 157 of what show, Shar? Beyond the Gates, honey. What you mean? That's why you here, right? Okay. First of all, thank y'all for praying for me, honey. I feel so much better today. No sneezing, no coughing, no runny nose, or nothing. So I thank y'all so much for your healing prayers, honey, because Auntie felt them, honey. Sis, everybody, whatever you call me, I felt it. So thank you so much for your words of encouragement. Also, with the moment that I had, remember my mom. I thank y'all for y'all love. It's always felt, and I really do appreciate y'all. That's why I love y'all so much. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I know I look at this real time and I thought I saw Double D Mosquito on my screen. I thought I saw her, the murderess. So who we talking about? Haley, Helleeee. So let's stop with all the church announcements, baby. Let's go ahead and knock on this damn gates so they can go ahead and entertain us. Let me fix my chair, sit back, cross my legs, and get ready to see what's going to happen on episode number 157 of Beyond the Gates. So I will start my recap in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I only have a few minutes. Bill's in the shower. Yes, I was right. It was Double D Mosquito. Haley. She's on the phone with Randy. So Randy was like, okay, all right. So how did it go? Because she had already put that little drop in there in his drink in that brown the other day. Hopefully she don't get so desperate that she want to pour the whole shit in there. Just a little bit at a time, girl. A little bit at a time. But people are saying like Randy Maurice will, like I said, sometime he'll Cynthia no, Maurice will definitely pop in and like your comment or he'll respond. So he's real cool. But a lot of people like he's the most useless bad man side guy that's out there. He can't shoot straight. He gave this girl this poison. I bet you it ain't nothing but some clear Kool-Aid or water, honey. She thinks she put poison in there. That bad Bill Hamilton is not dying. Now, with this whole Andre thing, I don't know. That's gonna be something else. Okay, back to the show. Bill had his first dose last night with his evening tea. Okay, cuz look, he said, I know you worried about his ex rearing her pretty little head and everything, but we got to take this shit slow and smart. A little bit at a time, all right? So it seems nice and natural, all right? Don't be getting heavy handed with that shit. Well, Danny removed her stiletto from the neck of our relationship for now. And Bill, he realized the error of his ways and he doubled down on us and our marriage. Randy was like, well, I mean, he did cheat on her with you. So she says she been with him longer than any of her other husbands. Girl, how many times you been married, girl? She says she believed Bill. Damn. Like I said, ain't nobody put her face out there. Don't nobody recognize her from the internet. Is her disguise like that deep that all these other husbands don't know shit? Okay. I mean, so Randy was like, so does that change your math? She's like, no, bitch, I ain't letting up on this. I'm one rich widow who shares with her favorite cuz. That's what I'm finna do. Because Randy was like, oh, I'm giving you this. I'm still getting my split. She said she just need to put her eyes on that damn policy. Hopefully Randy does fill her in on the fact that he told Joey about them kicking it. She said it would be damn ironic if the papers weren't in order and don't have me as a damn beneficiary. She says it's nowhere in the house, so it must be at the office. He'll come in with his little pimp robe on. What's at the office, baby? Bill, she says, baby, you look like a ghost. Are you feeling okay? Ah, 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 child, we at the damn hospital with Tomas. I told y'all I saw somewhere that damn cat fucked Tomas up. So they at the hospital, so Cat is bringing him in there, honey. So Cat tells him that she needs to talk to Shanice. Yeah, y'all trying all that dangerous acrobatic Cirque du Soleil shit. Cat was like, baby, can you stand here for a second? He said, oh, give me a wall to lean on, please. Do what you have to do. She's like, okay. Cat walks up to Shanice. No hi, bitch, no nothing. I need a favor. Shanice was like, and what the fuck do I get? Kat says the satisfaction, honey, of helping someone. Never mind, scratch that, honey. The satisfaction of helping a Dupree. This is next level. And so Shanice was like, oh, a Chelsea cat bag next level? That's right. That's right, Shanice. Make sure they give you the most expensive one on the little, thing. Yeah, on the website. Kat says she gonna name a bag after her. Next level. Okay. She said, okay, deal. Okay. He's like, Kat. Oh, Tomas, hello. Shanice was like, girl, why you didn't say something sooner, honey? He looks like he needs a doctor. So Cass says, yes, honey, in a private room. We need the best and we need loads of discretion. So Shanice was like, let me look at him. And Kat was like examine him? And she just ignoring Kat. Okay, where's the pain, Tomas? No, I think I pulled a muscle or something. Yes, you did. She was like, in your lower back. He was like, a little lower than that. Shanice says, look, just tell me where the pain is so that I can get you to the right doctor. He's like, Cat says, it's his dick, his peen, his eggplant, his member. They said penis. Girl. She said I broke his penis. Jesus. I'm done. I broke his penis. Hit the bob, y'all. Hey. Look up, selfie. Shit, y'all was talking about Andre looking like he had a big head and a little body. Tyrell, he got that big head on this picture. I need it for my social, Sam says. And he says, and I need to figure out what college I'm going to so I can figure out the rest of my life. Y'all know how teenage boys talk. You don't need me to take a selfie, sis. Hence in the title, selfie. I mean, I do if I don't want to look thirsty. So while we see them talking, we see June in the background and Tyrell with his mean ass talking about, but you are thirsty. She was like, look, you could have taken that picture in the time that you spent being a, she called him being an ass. Okay, okay, okay. So June says, honey, in my day, we barely had homework. Okay, now we can see the menu. The menu says black bean burger. Okay, okay, 11.99. Spooky bay stew bites. Okay. French fries, I guess, and I don't know what's a something tomato. No, it says Herman fries and roast tomato. So I'm thinking that they probably went through with the theme of Halloween for Orphy Jeans. Oh, I did a little rhyme. Y'all heard that? So Tyrell was like, this is not homework. These are just college brochures. I have no idea where I'm going. It's so many choices, he says. It's very impossible. You could just see that she's smiling like, that's my baby. Too many choices, she said. That's wonderful, baby. Your dads must be so proud. All right, we have the red Zoa with the happy couple. So we see Martin. He home, baby. And he tells his boo, Smitty, because Smitty's sitting down. He says, the brochures just keep on coming. I remember back in the day, boy, when I was in high school, all these brochures used to come to me in the mail. It was so overwhelming. We hear and we notice and we learn that this time next year, Tyrell will be in college and Samantha is right after that. Although in real life, it's the other way around. For y'all newbies, did y'all know that Samantha was actually 30? Y'all new rascals. Yeah, that girl is 30. Now Tyrell, like I said, he either he went to my son's college or they go to the same school. He's in his early 20s, but that girl just turned 30. She look good, don't she? So Smitty was like, it's a crazy happy blur. So Martin was like, do you think that we're ready for an empty nest? So our nest to be empty? Baby, I feel that. Because I definitely have an empty nest. It's been like that for a few years now. And you never get used to it. I'm still like living out of just 3 rooms. I have a whole house and I have to get used to. I want a walk-in closet for his room, and I want to turn her room into an office. And it's been a few years. I ain't nowhere near that. I got to, honey. Maybe that's what I'll do next year. But yeah, you never get used to having an empty nest. But it's nice though, honey. It's not. Smitty was like, "Yep, they'll always come home." And Martin was like, "Right, right, and we're gonna always be in their business." And that is very true. Like I sent a good morning text to my son and daughter every morning. So my daughter answered, but my son didn't. And you know, with this climate, honey, you need to make sure your baby good. But he has a girlfriend. That girl is like his shadow, so I wasn't too worried about him. So I asked him. I said, "You good?" Because it's like 2 o'clock. Fuck. Oh yeah, mom. I've been sleeping all morning. I forgot that he said he didn't have to work today nor have classes, so he just catching up on rest. So yeah, we're gonna always be in their business, honey. Always. He says his day doesn't. Smitty said his day doesn't really begin until he hears their footsteps coming in and up and down those stairs. Tyrell sounds like Bigfoot now. And I remember our resident gentleman. I never thought about it. He used to call whenever they come in the room. He would say cloppity cloppity cloppity. James, if you're listening, we miss you, baby. We do, but I understand. But yeah, whenever they come in the room, it's cloppity cloppity. I never noticed how heavy their footsteps were until he mentioned it. So Smitty was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna definitely have the place to ourselves. Mark was like, "Yeah, we ain't got to worry about the kids walking in on us, when we have our quote unquote alone time." I mean, Smitty was like, "We is alone right now. I mean, the kids is at school after their free period." So Mark was like, "Ugh, whatever should we do with the time?" So they started to kiss, 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 kiss. So they get back and they still like, "Man, kissing you. I mean, kissing after you say I do, it just tastes different." Pretty much. That's what they pretty much said. It's different once you say I do to the person that you love. So yeah. So, Martin was like, yeah, having his mom, dad, and the kids there made everything much more better and sweeter. So Smitty was like, well, I'm sorry everything didn't work out for your folks. And he was like, yeah, seeing her run out after the ceremony just broke Martin's heart. So Smitty was like, have you had a chance to get in touch with her? He was like, nah, we've been playing phone tag. I'll just catch up with her between patients at the hospital. So Smitty was like, yeah, you need to go. Go on over there and see your man. He talking about, well, after one of those kisses. Smitty was like, you don't act like you leaving. I mean, well, my brilliant husband did point out, Martin says, that we have to take advantage of an empty house. So it's like a whole gauntlet, taking tests, writing essays, touring campuses. We're back at Orphe Jeans, honey, with Tyrell, Samantha, and June. It's a lot. It can be a lot. Then waiting months to hear back about acceptance. If they even accept me, he says, then my dads can be proud again of me. June sat down and said, honey, that is nonsense, honey. Your daddy's already is proud of your ass. Samantha was like, yeah, when you get in, we are totally throwing a bed party for you. So June was like, whoa, whoa, what is a bed party? Oh, it is the coolest thing. When you get accepted, then we take your bedroom and then we just trick it out with all of this college merch, balloons, and they go completely over the top once you get those acceptances. And then you sit in bed and then you're celebrated like the prince that you are. Thank you, Sammy. This is why Dad didn't tell you about the surprise wedding. Well, honey, I don't know much about colleges, June says, but you must have the grades and the smarts. I recognize these fancy names. He's like, we'll see. You have the whole world of possibilities in front of you, boy. You are going to do big and beautiful things, June said. He's like, thanks, June. So we see this girl coming here with all these loud colors. I was like, who the hell is that? But he's like, oh God, this can't be happening, he says. June was like, who is she? Samantha with her tattletelling self. That's Jessica, Tyrell's ex. Again, the medical term is penile contusion. That's what Shanice tells penile contusion. Oh, please stop saying that. Kat was like, are you sure that you don't want to sit? No, no, I'm good with standing. I like standing. Shanice was like, okay, how's the pain on a scale from 1 to 10? This is way past 10. It's not on your scale. Damn. Cat, girl, you must have been looking at some Hub, honey. Cause girl, you can't be doing that on the third try. Okay, Shanice said, just breathe, all right? Focus on my voice. Can you do that? Okay. Was this a result of a traumatic event? Lord, please help me get through this episode. Do y'all think this is like a filler? Cause why are they talking about broken? You can say that in my yeah, yes. I guess you can say that it was a traumatic event. Good trauma, like good trouble. You tell her. Cat says, "Honey, girl, it's my fault, honey. I just wanted to try some new positions, and he had me up against." So Cat was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, so broad strokes. Is that what you want from me? Because I'll give you the details on. He had me against." Shanice says, "Let's just say injury from sexual activity." Okay, now Tomas, have you took a piss since? Have you peed? Have you urinated since the incident? I hope he did. Last thing on my mind, he says. She said, "It's a yes or no, honey." No. We came straight here. She's like, "Well, did the erection go away or did it last a long time?" Cat. Cat's like, "It lasted a while, honey." How y'all beyond the gates, you can inbox me, okay? If you connected with this show, this particular scene, how many takes did it take for y'all to do this shit? This particular scene without cracking up. Please. Somebody, a writer, a page person, an actor, Randy, Maurice, everybody, Colby, everybody. Y'all tell me, Ernestine, tell me how many takes did y'all have to do? Because I know y'all have to do pretty much like do it one time. That's what I heard. So it's like, how many times did y'all have to do this, but without cracking the fuck up? I have to know. He says, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna wait forever. He can't get hard no more. Damn. Can't we do this somewhere else? Thank you, Tomas. Because I don't know why they like to have private conversations out in public at that damn nursing station. We're talking about affairs. We're talking about being in love. We're talking about broken dicks. It's like, I'm like, damn, y'all. So, Shanice says, "Okay, I got a room for you. Just follow me right over this way, handsome." So he limping, baby. Is it true, y'all? Did y'all hear about Shanice and Ted might hook up, y'all? I, I would like to see it because she's a very attractive woman and she knows everything, and he's divorced. Have y'all heard about that? That Ted and Shanice was gonna hook up and kick it. Mm. So Kat was like, "Well, should I come with you?" "Oh no, just to be safe," he says. "I think you should wait out here." Hmm? Now Shanice will take it out and look at it. I have to go, Caroline. We're back at the Hell of Hamilton's, and Randy is like, "Bill's Caroline," because Randy is on the other line. She's pretending that she's talking to Caroline. Mm. Yes, all right, bye. She hangs up the phone. Bill was like, "Well, what did Caroline need?" "Oh, a case file, honey. She thought maybe one of us had taken it home." "Which file?" he says. She was like, "Something old. She must be doing some file cleanup or something. But it's not here." So he was like, "Wait a minute, because Caroline is pretty much a human Apple tag when it comes to files. That means that she finds it, she gonna find that shit." "Baby, you look flushed. Maybe you should spend the day in bed. Let me pamper you to be safe." "Oh, wow, Bill." She touches his face. "You feel hot." He was like, "Well, bitch, I just got out of the shower." And then I'm looking at you. So I'm all kinds of hot. "You can't charm your way out of me taking care of you, mister. So just sit your ass down. Okay? Rest your eyes and let me get you a cup of tea." "Don't do it, Bill." And then she takes out that little baby stopper thing and drops some more in there. God, she getting greedy. She just gave him some yesterday. God, dog, find the policy first, bitch. Then do all of that shit. So we back at Orphe Jean. So Jessica's at the counter looking over some work. "Did that, Jessica, break your heart?" June asked Tyrell, just as loud. He says, "It's not that serious." She's like, "The look in those puppy dog eyes tell me a different story." "I'm going to take my ass over there." "June, no." "I mean, to take her order," she says. "Don't say nothing about me," he said. "I got this, child. I know how to be chill." "Maybe we should just go," he says to Samantha. Samantha's like, honey, you're the one who messed the fuck up. Own that shit and maybe she'll forgive and forget and agree to hang out with you again." "I wish. But I was the one who accused her of trolling me when she kissed me. And now she don't even see me when I'm walking in the hallways. Look, I haven't been ghosted, he says. It's like I'm the actual ghost. How do I recover from that, sis? I mean, you were in your feelings about the whole trolling situation. Go tell her that it wasn't cool for you to suggest that she could be part of all that damn drama. She cannot melt unless you talk to her. His mean ass talking about, says the girl who's trying to snag a guy with selfies. He's so mean. I mean, I'm putting myself out there, Samantha says. You're the one that's fucking hiding. I mean, you couldn't even let yourself believe that she could actually like your ass. But she was into you for your chess loving, anime watching, and most likely Ivy League going ass. Now, the guy with the chess boxer short chip on his shoulder. When I tell you they be throwing shade at each other, I love it. It's so cute. Like feelings like that just don't go away, honey, just because a guy gets salty for a second. He was like, well, maybe you should be filling out these apps for me, huh? Terrell, I'm sorry. June comes back and sits down. Terrell was like, she wants a restraining order, doesn't she? No, worse, honey. She ordered a grilled cheese with tomato. Right, that sounds. Oh. He was like, and? She's like, honey, the tomato ruins the integrity of the crust. Right. Oh, it's gonna be a wet sand. Mm-mm. Now, what does that soggy mess say about her? Go ahead, read, June. You dodged a bullet, she says. He was like, you cannot be serious. Not even a little, honey. But the fact that you care about her order says that you may still be up in your feelings, baby. Wait a minute, so you didn't tell her that? Samantha was like, no, that's your job. They both said, mm-hmm. Her and June, they said, mm-hmm, together. We back at the red door, honey. You can smell it in the air. Yeah, y'all already know what he was doing, honey. We're not gonna go through much stuff with them. You know, they're in love. What else is new? We'll see if they talking anything good. If not, next. So Martin was asking Smitty what does he have planned. He said some follow ups. He gotta do some articles, and so Martin was like, well, can you make sure that you add um grands on our calendar because they want to make up for missing the vow renewal. So yeah, that's nice. So Smitty was like, "Oh, fancy lunch we're gonna have, huh? Yeah, you know how the Duprees do." He says their text just says we want to celebrate the happy couple. So Martin was like, either it could either mean that we can just have brunch with the string quartet or a hot air balloon. It's like, damn, they do it up. Well, they did do it in the closet yesterday. I mean, no, elevator yesterday. So they just talk about how happy they are, blah blah blah. Anyway, we're at the hell at the Hamiltons. So Haley brings back his poison tea. This this'll cure whatever ails you, my love. And he's looking like, well, you are my cure, baby, he said. She said, mm-hmm. After I see the bottom of that cup. And she's looking at him like a dog waiting to feed you a damn wait for you to feed it a damn steak. He was like, oh, maybe I can just cup your. So he just happened to have his phone right there in his his smoking jacket pocket with robe. So that's Caroline calling him. He was like, hold on, baby. Oh, it's Caroline. Hey, Caroline, he says. Did you find that file? And she looking like, shit. What file? She says. The file you were looking. Caroline. She snatches the phone. Bill's a little under the weather, girl. I'm trying to convince him to stay home. She said, well, then your ass is not gonna like this. She needs Bill to come in to cover the aches deposition. Tomas's case? Haley says. Caroline said, honey, Tomas is in the hospital, girl. Oh dear, is it something serious? Haley says, and Caroline was like, "No, he says it's something minor, but Bill is the only one up to speed on this case, and I know what a big whale he is." So they keep talking about whales. Maybe I'm gonna call a whale in my life one day. Y'all know what big whales are, honey. They eat up everything. They got either big money, big reputation. They're just winners because they just overtake anything they do. And big whales will they spend a whole lot of fucking money. Bill says, Caroline, I hear you. I'm on my way. I feel better if you stayed home, Haley says. He said, well, look, I'd feel better if we lose that. I'd feel better if we don't lose that whale. So the whale is the aches person, not Bill. But Bill is a whale, too. She said, copy that, Caroline says. I'll stall him. So, yeah. Caroline said that Tomas was in a minor accident and he's in the hospital. He said, well, yeah, damn, poor kid. Fuck him. Poor us. if we don't do that aches deposition today. So yeah, fuck it. I thought we agreed that you could use some time in bed. Look, babe, damn, I'm fine. All right, I look fine. I feel fine. Damn. Now you know the depositions never wait. When somebody's ready to talk, you let their asses talk unless they clam up. You know what else you don't postpone? Your health. She's been Bill. Keep this in your head, honey. Keep it in your mind. He was like, I love that you're so worried about me, baby, but I'd rather have your sticky fingers on my body and not on my phone. Ooh. I mean, I was just trying to clear the way for you to feel better, baby. Are you mad? Of course not. But I have to get dressed, babe, okay? Oh, well, I'll just go get you a to go cup for your tea. He said, there's no need, all right? You can have it. You know what? Your sister's right, honey. Grilled cheese was way very courteous. So that is us back at Orphe Jeans in June giving her philosophical country input. Sweet even. I messed up so bad. You don't even know. I don't need to know, June says. Now you didn't mean it, right? Right, he says. Then where your heart was, when you screwed up, it counts for something. Okay, he says. I'm going in. So June and Samantha gives each other a high five as he goes over there. So she's busy writing. So she looks up and she says, Tyrell. He says, Jessica. Is this a bad time? She said, no, I'm just sitting here conjugating French verbs. These smart ass kids. Exam tomorrow, she said. I'll leave you to your exam. So he tries to leave. She's like, wait a minute. I definitely needed a break. He says, so I can join you? Now shit, they talking French now. Bien sûr. Je ne parle pas français. That's the best you gonna get out of me. He was like, that's all I know. Our dad took us to France once, and Samantha and Pop were rock stars with the language, while Dad and I were too busy ordering mystery meats instead of steak. Bien sûr means of course, she tells him, and steak means steak in French, okay? Said honey. Honey, I knew that tomato grilled cheese wasn't gonna let us down. That's what June tells to Samantha. Samantha was like, girl, let's hope, honey, because he was really down bad for that girl. I love the way that you two of you just root for each other, June says. You are such a good sister. Well, he's a good brother, Samantha says. I'm so glad you and your dads found each other. They gave you what I couldn't. Security, stability that allowed you kids to worry about the things kids should be worried about. College, crushes, boys, girls, life. Samantha was like, June, girl, you are here now. And I'm totally secure with our family, okay? But I'm feeling a little wobbly today, girl, and I'm not even wearing heels. Because of that boy, June said, she's like, I posted a selfie and I can see that Nathan is totally online, but he hasn't liked my post. That's why people be doing selfies, because y'all be looking for like somebody specific to like your post. Yeah, I guess so. I guess certain people are looking for certain people to like their post. Really, nobody liked her post, she says. And so June was like, honey, girl, is that all? That's not even a blip, honey. Trust me, there are people dealing with worse. Girl, you ain't kidding about that. Yep, June schools her daughter and said, girl, there's a people out there that's dealing with a whole lot worse, baby, a lot worse. So we're back at the hospital, and so we see Martin just looks so happy. He's a good looking man, y'all. He was like, hey, sis. And she was like, oh my God, hey, bro. Who we talking about? Cat. Cat saying, what you doing here? She's like, oh my God. I mean, I'm so glad to see you. I'm just, she tells him that she feels horrible about missing his vow renewal. You should, girl. You would. That's why what happened with Tomas happened, because your ass should have been with your bro. Yeah. He was like, no worries, sis. He's like, I'm glad that you're finally taking some time to focus on your love life. He was like, yeah, well, mom and dad, me and Smitty, sometimes you do need to take good care of yourself. That is so true. He was like, so you here checking on mom too? She's like, actually, I'm here to take care of something else. He was like, Cat, is there something going on with your health? Hopefully they will eventually loop in, not you know what I mean, with her, um how she's a advocate. Yeah, hopefully, I mean, it would be great if they would eventually let her platform for being an advocate for lupus. Maybe they can loop that in. No pun intended. I promise. Maybe they can loop that in if something is going on with her health. I think that would be dope to have her. Of course, she's an advocate for it. I don't know if she wants to showcase it. I don't know, but I think that it would be a good um, addition to the story because then she could really relate to a lot of people who are suffering with that disease. So yeah, she was like, no, unless you can somehow die from embarrassment. Martin was like, girl, tell me. I'm sure whatever that shit is, I'm sure I'm guilty of worse. I don't know, Martin. When I tell you, she's like, I doubt it. Have you ever broken Smitty's when I tell you this is the most, and I'm not the one that gets embarrassed. I got a mouth for you, baby, and an imagination to match. I'm so embarrassed. I wonder why did they choose this angle? I feel like Tomas is gonna be jealous of Eva and Isaiah. I feel like he's gonna be really, really jealous. Mark was like, hold on. Run that back by me again. He said that and he looked around, make sure nobody would listen. What'd you say, sis? All right, we're back at the red door. So Smitty is on the phone with his editor in chief. So he was like, yeah, that does sound real intriguing. Tell me more. So Smitty with his investigative spirit, baby. He checking on something. So we are at Bill's office, and so yeah, he was like, "Oh, you're here." Sorry, Caroline said that. She's like, "Aches has had enough biscotti and coffee to last until dinner time." Because remember, she said she was going to stall him until Bill shows up. So yeah. So he asked Caroline, "What about my boy Tomas? Do we know what reason he is at the hospital for?" She's like, "He sounded strained." Little do you know, Caroline. She was like, all he really cared about was not disappointing Bill. He's like, he had showed some good sense since he's shown some good sense toward Tomas because he had to go straight to the hospital. She says, I am more concerned about you. Fuck Tomas. How the fuck you doing? So he was like, look, Haley is just in wifey mode. She said, well, then I'm in work wifey mode. Yeah, that's his work wife. The last time he protested this much about his health, she said he had a damn stroke. He was like, look, Caroline, you don't have to worry about me haunting the halls of this office in a long time, okay? She was like, good, because, I just don't care you're in this office. Uh-oh. I just don't, I don't just care you're in the office. You got a crush, honey? She says, I care that you're in the world, so I'm with Haley, staying vigilant. He was like, well, I appreciate it, duly noted. And he said, back at you. She's been with him for 10 years. That's a long time. That's longer than any relationships and marriages. And he says, you told me all about yourself. I appreciate you, girl. And you told me about myself, too. She's like, oh, really? So what was I right about this time? Yeah, well, getting caught up in Danny's headwinds again. But you set me right back on course, as always. Put me right back on to Haley. And she's sneaking in, listening to their conversation. Girl, we could see your silhouette through the ice looking door, girl. Talking about Haley, honey. He says, Danny's my past and Haley is my future, and I don't, I don't want to let anything get in the way of what we have. She's looking like she's having a soft spot for him. I think that she's going to really fall for him more than she thinks because how many husbands has this bitch had? So he was like, not even his damn ego would get in the way of that, or even the threat of death itself. So everybody's talking about death all of a sudden. Now that we know her, what she's about, she's starting to look guilty. She's starting to feel guilty about it. Caroline was like, bravo, you're happiest when you're clear eyed about what you want. Oh, yeah, I meant to ask, did you ever find that file you were looking for? Oh, hey, baby, hi. Oh, don't worry about that. That's all on me. I'll sort it out, Caroline, because she lied about the file. So he was like, damn, you just be everywhere, don't you? So I guess she saw Aches in the waiting room. So she was like, Aches is ready for you and he's restless. So you need to skedaddle. So he goes. I'm sorry for getting our wires crossed, Caroline. I told Bill about an old file that I was referencing and he heard you were looking for it. So it happens, Caroline says. I can help you now. Which file was it? She said, use me while Bill is busy. Well, that's just the thing. I think that Bill could really be using you more as a backup and I can poke around in here. So she's there to look for damn uh, insurance paperwork. She says, okay. So she leaves. Her and Haley must be the same height. No, I think Haley is smaller than her. She just looks taller than Caroline, but I don't think so. So she watches Caroline leave, and so she's like nosy biatch. Her phone started to buzz. What is it now? She says. Randy was like, you sounded like maybe you had some trouble. I handled it, okay? Now I'm going to handle my business. All right, he says. Did you find a policy? She says, I'm about to look, okay? Stay tuned. My thing is this. Didn't he have to turn off the cameras in the room for her to meet with him? Don't you feel like the cameras are back on? It's like, why are you talking about this bullshit in a room full of cameras at the casino? Honey, I don't get it. You ain't smart, Randy. You're not being smart, bro. Not at all. You just not being smart. I mean, then you have to turn off them fucking cameras for y'all to meet and they're back on, bro. And you having this deep conversation. Joey is listening to every damn thing. I promise you he is. He's gonna be the one that's gonna tell on y'all. Yeah. I mean, damn, you couldn't have used your phone in the alley or somewhere or go to uptown and use your phone. You got to sit in the fucking middle of the damn casino to talk to her about killing her husband? Man. Sometimes I forget that you're still getting acclimated. The job, us, must be a lot. That is Samantha talking to her mammy at Worthy Jeans. I mean, June looks like she's getting in there. I want Ted to hook up with June. Okay, y'all tell me. Who do y'all want Ted to connect with? June or Shanice? Team June, Team Shanice. Who do y'all think? Because Shanice can read the fuck out of Leslie too. Leslie think, and these girls is younger than her. Leslie think that she got that little wild cat. No, honey, these are young cats. These are kitties. Use a whole lion, honey. So who do you think would meet him better or match him better outside of Nicole? Nicole will find herself. We know eventually they'll get back together. We don't know how that's gonna work, but they will. Who do you think? Team June or Team Shanice? I would love to see what you guys are gonna say. So they just have a little chit chat about luck and how people have had it worse off. And so Samantha's like, girl, I know sometimes I sound like a brat worried about likes on a damn social media. I'm not gonna go through all this. They having a little mom and daughter time. We'll see. I ain't even gonna talk about damn Jessica and Tyrell, child. I want to talk about the broken penis and the poison. That's it. I mean, June did say something deep. She said, "Explain to me why likes are so important, honey. Why do you even care about people who don't even know you? Why does that even matter?" And so Samantha's like, girl, it's like something like a dopamine or something. It can be. It definitely can be. I whenever I put up certain things on my social media, I'm like, yes, I know this is gonna eat, it's gonna clock, it's gonna be nice. So I get it. I can understand. Yeah. But it can be a dopamine. It really can. So she says, you feel great when you get the likes and then you feel awful when you don't. And when there's somebody that you like sends you the likes, it's almost like a confirmation that they might like you back. So that's so confusing. June says. So this ain't about all the damn likes. It's about one like in particular. And Samantha was like, so she asked Samantha, let me see your phone. So she's scrolling through her phone. And so she's like, well, that's the problem. And so Samantha was like, what? She said, ever since I did a reentry and back into back this thing into back whatever we got, the many things that I do not get, girl. What? Samantha says, honey, you and your brother are Duprees, honey. Your brother is applying to Ivy League. You're modeling the latest thing. Stop trying to be ordinary, child. Start showing that shit off. You sound like an expert, Samantha says. June was like, yeah, I've been reading magazines. Girl, we don't look at magazines, girl. Poor June. Poor June. My baby's in fashion, she said. So Samantha was like, okay, so how do I show off? So models have like a portfolio, right? That's what June asks her. She said, girl, I don't see no glam shots here on this phone. I don't want to be too much, Samantha says. June was like, why the fuck not? Your muchness is who you are, honey. And you know them daddies ain't gonna like that shit. You know the dads are not gonna like that. June, okay, girl, I understand you want to give advice, but nah, they because what she feels is muchness. It may be too mature for her, although we know she's 30 in real life, but it still might be too mature for her, and she might start getting the kind of attention that she really does not want. So you gotta talk to the daddies about that, girl. Why hide your shine? June says. And so Samantha was like, I mean, you think so? Even with everything with Chelsea? I mean, thank you. She says, well, I don't really want to go against what your dad said. Thank you. Because I'm telling you, that damn Smitty ain't going to like that shit. Oh, no, no, no. She says, they didn't tell me to stop. Just, just be aware. That's all. Well, so why, okay, so why don't you start using pictures of you fully clothed and none of this come hither mess? That's what June tells her. Come hither, Samantha says. Now listen to your June. So she going through the phone. Let's see, let's see. Ooh, supermodel, honey, work, me, work. So you need to post these now, June tells her. These are the ones. This is one of the ones that she did for Chelsea Cat. And so Samantha was like, you think so? I know, June says. Okay, she says. Go ahead, girl. Show 'em what you're working with. Me and June talk just alike, don't we, y'all? Child, I'm not gonna be talking about with no flat voice Tyrell. He's over there talking with Jessica. Next. So they just, chit chat about him tripping about the fact that, he was going through senioritis and he needed a break. Thank her for the break that he had to just chill a little bit. Her parents are staying on her ass about her grades, about these applications and shit, all the kid stuff. Wait a minute, you asked me if I broke Smitty's. Yeah, baby, we are back at the hotel. I mean, not the hotel, the hospital with big bro and little sis. And so, yeah, he was like, "What the fuck? Why would you ask me something like that?" Because they still in the lobby. Why y'all talking about this deep shit in the lobby? And Shanice shows up. Oh, look at you. Good for you. Showing up for your sister. Kat, regarding the patient, the docs examining the affected organ. Damn, Shanice. Ooh, my sister is a little freak. That's what Martin said. Or would you prefer minks? I mean, sis, you really made up for the lost time, boo. Please shut up, she says. Nobody can know about this. He said, of course, my lips are sealed. That look in his eyes, baby, I don't know. He got that leverage over her. Yeah. He says he's still having trouble with the logistics. He's like, what was this? Some type of 50 shades kind of stitch? What's going on? She's like, look, I'm just trying to figure out what I like and what I don't like, okay? He says, like, okay, ill. I mean, I'll take things that I don't like to hear or know about my sister's sex life for 200, Alex. I swear to God, she says, this shit is not funny. I have to disagree, Martin says. Read, Martin. Martin is going to let her ass. Yes, I love it. Let me guess, you decided to buy a new bonnet for the Kentucky Derby and then on the same day decided to go for a triple crown. Shit. She said, what, wait a minute, which one of us is the horse in this story? He says, oh shit, it doesn't matter. It's just important that you just get back on that horse, all right? That's enough compassion for the day. Thank you, big brother. Please stop talking, okay? He's like, anytime, sis. And I will not accidentally bring this up at our wedding brunch with the Grands, okay? You're the best, she says. He said, I really am. Uh, but I'm telling Smitty, right? He is so petty. And that is a non negotiable because she was like, you better not. Look, I'm telling them. I'm telling them, honey. I am. I'm telling them. He was like, having that renewal vow ceremony was a huge reset for us, and keeping a secret that big, baby, it wouldn't be right not to tell him. Oh my God, he's giving all the deets in this damn casino. We're back at the bill, and where's that damn policy? She's looking all through the damn drawers and shit for the policy, and then he all out. Men like Bill don't love thinking about mortality. Child, please. I mean, he's like sitting there talking all the secrets and all in loud in this damn casino, and the cameras are fucking on. He was like, maybe check the safe. She said, or he kept it on his computer. So they're just talking. Do you have his password? Aunt Randy asks her. She's like, shit, I am the password. I knew there was a reason I kept you around. Well, I'm family, I'm useful, and I get you all the best identities and the most untraceable There it is. He says, yes. So Caroline comes back into the office. Girl, Bill is on fire, baby. Thought he might want some tea. She's like, Caroline, I found the file, but it's missing a phone number. So, because she catches her on Bill's laptop. I was going to ask you, girl, but I realized that, Bill keeps all of his contacts on his computer. So, do you need me? It's Randy telling her. Like, he going to come over there and whisk her. And she's still on the phone with Caroline standing in front of her. He's standing up like she going to need his ass. Well, here's the hard copy, she says. I just need the number. And Caroline is looking at her like, girl, you pissing in my coffee right now. Well, let me, girl. His laptop is like a bit of a maze. I'll take care of it for you. Whose contact you need? Caroline says. Girl, that's all right. Haley says, I'm actually wrapping up a call right now, girl. Oh, I didn't realize. I'll get out of your hair, okay? That's what Caroline said. As soon as Caroline leaves, she's just rolling her eyes. She gets on the phone with Randy, like, I'm telling you, that woman is really pushing her fucking luck. But she left the tea there because she brought Bill some tea in the office. She left the tea there in the room, so you know that damn Haley keeps that tea like it's like a damn charm on her neck. So yeah, she's just still talking about Bill and stuff. So we're back with Tyrell and Jessica. We are not tripping about them. He's really happy that he was able to get her attention again. Next. Okay, they just talk about what they're gonna dress up next week for the Halloween party at the school. He's gonna be Spider-Man. Marvel. Yeah, I'm learning about all these damn universes and stuff. I, I I'm not saying damn universe to be disrespectful. It's just a lot. My boyfriend is a Marvel maniac, baby. He knows his shit. I'm trying to get him to start his channel so he can share his knowledge. And he's a collector. He got, oh my god, so much. Every time I see something, I always pick something up. But he's a collector. He has original prints by the Black Panther guy. He has so much, honey. Anyway, she said he wants her to be some other person from one of the other universes. She was like, "No, this is Jessica. I'm gonna be MJ. I'm gonna be Zendaya's character. Okay, you could be from one universe. I'll be the other. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen, Gavin. So yeah, all right. So we're back at the other table with June and Samantha. So um, June says, "Well, how are the likes, girl? 30 ain't climbing." June was like, "See, enjoy your dopamine, honey." I guess that's what she started to do. She started to listen to what her mammy says. So we're back at the red door. Smitty's on the phone telling his editor that he's all over it. I know that Martin will come up in there and just talk about Cat and breaking Tomas's. Ciao. He definitely got a turkey tail now, yo. So he's back. He said he came back home. Martin said he came back home to get his phone. Yeah, he was distracted from his hubby. So Smitty says, and how was Nicole? That she was with the patient. Yeah, we're not gonna see Nicole. We already saw her yesterday. So he talks about how he was on the phone with his editor, something on the horizon. He can't share it yet, but I wonder how Martin is gonna feel about that. Martin was like, "Okay, that's great." He said, "But I do have a story for you." Smitty was like, "You do? Oh, was she looking for your mom too?" No, girl. Uh-uh. She was there for an emergency. I'm making it bigger than what it is. Pacing is not going to heal him. That's what Shanice tells Kat at the hospital. Kat's like, bitch, that's not what I wanted to hear. I just wanted to make sure he good. Neither it's hovering or Googling. Girl, nothing good can come from Googling this. Right, exactly. You can't put no mask, no tape on that shit. He's going to take some time to heal. And he's not going to want to be with her. He's not going to be as excited because she clearly likes it rough. So he's like a Latin lover with that turkey tail. She says, "Have you ever heard of an eggplant deformity?" Did I say eggplant earlier? Shanice said, "Put that fucking phone down, girl." How am I supposed to stay calm out here when he's in there with the broken emoji? Shanice was like, "Girl, the urologist will not be in there long, and there's no reason to not believe that Tomas will not make a full recovery, okay? I mean, but have you ever seen an injury like Tomas's or caused one?" Girl, yes, Ernestine did. She said, "Well, I ain't never put nobody in the ER, girl, but she says there is not nothing under this roof that I haven't seen under these damn fluorescent lights. I mean, but have you ever seen a case like this?" Case Cat says, and so Janice was like, "Are lots of creative Romeos and Juliets, okay? And the body is a lot more resilient than you think. But what if I scarred him so bad that he's going to need both of my parents, a plastic surgeon and a psychiatrist?" Girl, this gonna only go two ways, honey. He's gonna be proud that he went so hard, girl, or lets it be a hit to his manhood. Either way, it's gonna go two ways. And my guess for that fine man of yours, honey, going with the first round, he's gonna be proud that he went hard, baby. He went hard. Plus, it's better that that shit happened earlier than later. Kat was like, "Well, is there ever a right time to break someone's dick?" We have talked about this whole episode, y'all. I know y'all like, man, Beyond the Gates have jumped the shark. I have a feeling that somebody did this before and they had to throw it in there. Somebody, one of them writers went through this shit before, or somebody has, or they seen a TikTok story or something, or Miss Michelle Von John had. Girl, can you imagine she broke somebody? Ooh, I need a recap Monty after dark, baby. Girl, Shanice ain't telling a lie, honey. She said it's never too soon to know what you're working with, baby. But he is gonna need a time out for a while, okay, sis? Just let him enjoy his ice pack. This motherfucker. I'm laid out on the bed. This motherfucker come out there with a damn ice pack on his dick. I hope I don't get banned. Y'all watch these commercials, okay? Watch all these ads, baby, so I can get some money off this shit. Don't skip no ads. He coming out of there, child. When you're not supposed to have ice pack walking in front of everybody like that. Tomas, you corny mother. He's a corny mother. He's cocky too. Why are you walking out there with the ice pack right there in front of everybody? This cannot be. Lord have mercy. Are you okay? Cat says. The doc says yes, he says. All of you? Cat says. Yes, all of me. So I didn't break you? You know what they say. You break it, you brought it. You bought it. There's no return policy on me. She says, I don't want to return you. Oh, this is all my fault, Kat says. If I hadn't been so determined to right our bad day. Hey there, I love your enthusiasm, okay? And I love you. We both, got a little carried away. It takes two to salsa. Oh, Shanice says, is that what you two were doing? Okay, I just wanted to give you a list of instructions to avoid any more disruptions in services. He says, as long as you don't explain using carrots or bananas like the doctor said. I'm not 12, he says. We'll give you a lollipop on your way out, Shanice said. Just remember to keep the cold compresses to reduce the swelling like the doctor said. And remember, this will all be very funny one day, so remember to laugh. Oh, I would, but it just hurts too much. Man, when it's time for him to TT, he is going, he be like, ah! And another thing, Shanice says, no more bedroom harmony for at least another 5 to 7 years. It was like 5 to 7 fucking years. Both of them said the same thing. Days. She says, I'm just kidding. 5 to 7 days. That's what Shanice says. Ouch. Smitty. Red door. Poor guy. Yeah. He was saying, wow, not so little cat, honey. I thought she was saving that shit for marriage. When Cat does something, Martin says she commits. Smitty was like, he was grabbing his dick. He was like, wow, can you imagine? He was like, no, and I don't want to. I just want to cut that memory out of my brain. He was like, and somewhere in the middle of our conversation, I started talking about horses. He said, Smitty was like, it is so hard for me to not make a rodeo joke right now. He was like, Martin says, your restraint is noted, but you lose some cool points because you said the word hard. So they get to flirting again. What did you say that lunch was for? Another hour or so? He's like, well, I hate to think that your little sister was having way more fun than we do, so let's go upstairs. Smitty was like, we could be careful. We could wear pads and helmets. And so Mark was like, look, I'm sorry. I have images of broken dicks dancing in my head. Smitty was like, yeah, that's a problem, but I could be gentle. Yeah, unless you don't want me to be. I said, okay, y'all be pretty nasty. So we back at the Orphe Jeans, baby, with the mama and the two kids, the twins. Are they? No, they're not twins. The two children. So he's all happy. Tyrell, yeah, she agreed to be my date, boo, at the Halloween party. Yes, that's it. The last scene, it might be about Bill drinking that damn poison. I think because we're not going through all this shit. So they both are happy, with June giving them that good energy. Samantha's happy because June told her to post all of her Chelsea cat pics and she's getting a lot of views. And he's happy because he's getting ready to be Marsalis from a Marvel. Yeah, all of that. Yeah. So we found out that nasty ass Nathan liked all of her posts. So oh my God, he liked it. So Tyrell was like, what the fuck he say? He wants to meet up with me tomorrow. Oh my God, we're gonna go to the dance together. Tyrell don't look like he knows Nathan. He don't like that shit at all. Yeah, I lay my eyes on that fucking policy. Little old me batted my lashes to the tune of $10 million. He's talking about, I know that wrinkle between your eyes, cuz. Still talking business in the casino. That nigga got cameras all over the place. I'm sure that the eyes on some of them black people hanging on the wall is cameras. God dog. He was like, what the fuck you thinking, cuz? If there were a wrinkle, I'd Botox that shit to oblivion. My work besties, Caroline, she's ruining my vibe, baby. What happened? Randy says. She's been buzzing around like a little helper bee all fucking morning. I'm gonna need Meg Markle's bee guy to come smoke this bitch out. Damn. Wow. Caroline interrupted Bill's special tea this morning. He didn't even drink a one damn drop. You said he's off Danny, Randy says. You can slow your roll a bit. Or, she says, we could speed this shit up. Wow. He's trying to tell her to slow it down. He's always that voice of reason. But he doesn't have much impact. That's what he tried to tell Doug. Now he's trying to tell her, Randy, Maurice, baby, you need more power, honey. I think you're gonna be sleeping with the fishes too. She says, I gotta go. Haley, he says, and she says, talk to you later. She put another drop in this. I think she put 4 drops in his tea because it's there. He comes back in there. How did the deposition go, killer? She says. He says, baby, it was a slam dunk, baby. It felt real good working on the fly, improvising, you know what I'm saying? Of course it did. He was like, yeah. She's like, here. So that tea with the drops of poison in it, she gives it to him. You know what, baby? I was thinking about something a little bit stronger to celebrate this week shit. I think that's strong enough, baby. He was like, maybe over a big lunch at the country club. He sips it. Babe, this is cold. Babe, you can have something stronger later and something hot to chase it. Is that a promise? Now shut up and drink. And that is the end of episode number 157, babe. Broken pings and almost killer dreams, honey. Ooh, child. Let me go ahead and get this uploaded and can't wait to see y'all comments. It's gonna be fun. Another thing, I got a surprise. Hopefully y'all listened all the way at the end. If y'all listened all the way at the end, y'all will hear the surprise. My boyfriend was listening to our local radio station here, and one of the stars of the show will be in town. Y'all know I'm taking my ass over there, right? Yeah. Let me see. Should I tell y'all who it is? Yes, Bill, y'all. Timon, he's going to be here on November the 15th. I already registered. It's like for a health fair. So he's one of the panelists. So my goal, honey, is that my auntie is going to bogart her ass up there to take this picture with Timon, and I'm going to put it on over here, okay? So yeah, hopefully I do get a chance to take a picture with him. That's going to be my goal, to get my picture with Bill. So we'll see. I can start my collection, honey. Start my collection. So y'all take it easy, and I will see. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't even like today's episode, but it was corny but cool. Sometimes you need that lighthearted episode to make things not be so deep. You need that. So I'd rather have this than some of them episodes they could have canned. We haven't seen Ashley or Derek all week. Give me episodes like this compared to their asses lying Derek in that wheelchair. I'm good. All right. See y'all in the next video. Love you. Bye.